I've been sleeping very well. I don't know if anyone else has sleeping problems. I'm kind of an insomniac, have trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, all that good stuff. And the most difficult part of being an insomniac, other than like the soul-crushing lack of sleep, is the fact that all of your friends suddenly turn into experts on sleep disorders. Everyone's got advice for you at this point. Like, oh, there's just some really obvious solution to this that I just haven't figured out for the last 3 decades. Like, oh man, like my bedtime routine is, I brush my teeth, I get into bed, I read a little bit, and then I chug 3 Red Bulls and blast the Dropkick Murphys as loud as I possibly can. Do you think there's anything in my routine I can change there, or is that now? They give you useless advice, like, oh, you gotta drink warm milk before you go to bed, you gotta take a shower before you go to bed, you can't look at your phone before you go to bed, you can't watch TV before you go to bed, don't drink alcohol an hour prior, don't eat anything 2 hours prior, don't work out 3 hours prior, just lock yourself in a sensory deprivation tank for 16 hours before you go to bed, you will sleep like a rock. Like, thanks guys, that's not really that helpful. And then of course my stoner friends tell me, oh, you gotta smoke weed. That's the secret to going to bed, man, you gotta smoke weed. Which, in all fairness, is my stoner friends' answer to everything. So I'm not really convinced they've really put the research into my particular problem here. And unfortunately, I can't smoke weed because of my job, which is doubly unfortunate because we all live in Brevard, where the motto for the county might as well be, welcome to Brevard. You're gonna wanna be a little high for this. But what I can do is Ambien. And Ambien is enough to tell me that I probably should not do any harder drugs, because I make really poor decisions after I take Ambien. Like, I don't make the really bad decisions some people do, where the Ambien voice kicks in, and all of a sudden it starts telling them, eat all the food in the fridge, cook everything in your kitchen, and then drive to Waffle House while you're still asleep at 2 in the morning. I don't do that. I make lower level bad decisions, but still objectively terrible. For me, I pop the pill, non-Ambien Devin is thinking, oh, I'll just go to sleep at a regular hour, this will be nice. Then Ambien Devin kicks in, text your ex-girlfriend incomprehensible messages at 3 in the morning. No, that is not a good idea. And when I say incomprehensible, I mean incomprehensible. Like, you guys have probably seen that thing on Facebook, where if you take the first and the last letter of the word, they're correct, you can rearrange all the other letters in between and it's still legible. Yeah, you can't do that with my Ambien messages. There's not a single word in there you can identify. But I did try to hook up with a girl on Ambien once. We both decided we were going to take Ambien, like, oh, we'll get a little high, it'll be fun, it'll be freaky, maybe we'll try something new. Ambien Devin kicks in, oh, you want to try something new? I got you, buddy. Poke her in the eyeball. Not like with my dick or something that's even weirdly sexual or anything like that. No, just with my finger in her eye. Which, of course, her response is, what the fuck are you doing? Which is the exact correct response in that situation. Like, I can't fault her for that at all. So again, not good decisions on Ambien. I don't think I should be doing weed or coke or shrooms or anything like that. The decision-making process is gonna go way downhill really quickly. But also I think I have trouble sleeping because I also have issues with my brain, just gets really overactive. I'm trying to go to bed. I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but like, I'm starting to drift off, and all of a sudden my mind goes somewhere, and now we're thinking about this shit and going down this rabbit hole for 45 more minutes. Like, I'm about to drift off, and all of a sudden, man, it's gotta be really weird for your sex life if your partner's into tentacle porn. Cool, I guess we're thinking about that for a while. Because I don't even know how that would really work for you, because if you think about it, like, if your partner has a fetish, like, if you're a girl and your guy has a foot fetish, you have those. If you're a guy and your girl's into getting choked, like, you can do that. If your partner's into getting raped by a giant tentacle, like, that is a much bigger ask here. Like, that is gonna take a lot more effort. So I looked it up, because I do my research and I care about the accuracy of your guys' live comedy experience. Also, I want the NSA guy who's monitoring my computer to be entertained too, because let's be honest, that's probably a really boring job, right? They could use a laugh. And so I was looking it up, and you get like these rubber tentacles like on a stick, or like the world's creepiest hand puppet or something like that. But I feel like if your thing is getting like raped by a tentacle monster, that is just not gonna move the needle for you. So then if you're into it, do I have to like go out, catch a giant squid, bring it back, like rig it up to an elaborate system of pulleys and levers and anything? Because that's getting to be a lot of work, man. I don't know, like, I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it, if that's your thing, ladies, but I am saying like that's gonna be a special occasion kind of thing. Like the tentacle rape squids coming out on like Valentine's Day, anniversaries, it's not gonna be like a daily thing. I think what I'm really trying to say with that bit is I'm a romantic, really. So speaking of which, I got dumped a little while ago, so I'm single again. Anyone else single in the audience here? All right, all those really excited claps are probably from people that are single in their 20s. Because if you're single in your 30s, it is not nearly such a positive experience, I'm finding out. Because when you're single in your 20s, everyone's like, oh, that's great, man. You're working on you. You're getting your life together. Oh, it's awesome for you. Like, really positive shit. Like, when you're single in your 30s, everyone's like, dude, are you gay? No, man, like, I do not have the fashion sense or the abs for that lifestyle. Like, I don't think I could pull that off. But I am back on Tinder now at 36, which means my life's pretty much exactly where I was hoping it was going to be at this point. And because now in my mid-30s, I am battling with sex robots. And if you told 15-year-old Devin that he was going to spend his 30s battling with sex robots, I'd be like, oh, my 30s are going to be awesome. Oh, not so fast, younger Devin. This is not going to be nearly as cool an experience as you think it's going to be. For those of you that aren't familiar with the Tinder sex robots, congratulations, your dating life is going better than mine apparently right now. But what these are basically are like chat bots that try to trick you into clicking on links that'll take you to porn sites or something like that. And it used to be they were really easy to identify, but now it's turned into like this escalating Cold War where it's just constantly getting, one-upped more and more and more. And it's becoming really difficult to tell. Like originally it used to be, 3 pictures that look like a supermodel, no profile, cool, that's a sex robot. Oh, now it's 4 pictures that are kind of more realistic looking but no profile. Now that's a sex robot. Oh shit, now it's 5 pictures and it's some quote about how I'm like your dog more than you. Okay, now that's a sex robot. And I'm worried that eventually I'm gonna get to the point where I'm gonna meet a girl on there, we're gonna start dating, we're gonna fall in love, we're gonna get married, we're gonna have kids, it's gonna be going awesome, and one day, like when we're walking down the beach, like retired and everything, she's gonna turn to me and go, hey, click here to see my nude photos. You got me, sex robot. I didn't say I didn't want to see him, hang on. Because at that point, they put the work in, and they deserve the win, honestly, But I gotta get in better shape now, especially when I'm single, because right now I have the kind of body where if I take my shirt off with a girl, she's not gonna like run screaming out of the room, but she's also not gonna be super stoked about it either. It's gonna be like, Walking Dead's a rerun tonight, and I'm already here, so okay, I'll stick around, But really, I think pasty Wookiee is not really the look most girls are going for the most part in the bedroom. And so I gotta start working out more, but I don't really know what to do. I can't really get into running, because, let's be honest, that kind of sucks. And everyone now is doing the half marathons, the full marathons, And it's like, it's the Disney marathon, it's the Star Wars half marathon, it's whatever. Like, I don't care what kind of licensed fucking characters you put in front of this shit, it still sounds awful. So you're telling me that I gotta wake up at like 6 in the morning, I gotta pay $60, then I gotta go run like 13 or 26 miles or whatever, like in a row. They don't let you break it up over the course of a week or anything like reasonable like that. And then at the end of that, like, here's a t-shirt, and you feel like shit for the rest of the week. Like, that does not seem worth it. Like, I feel like if that's your goal, is to just feel like shit for the rest of the week and pay $60, you can find a hot chick with leather who will do that for you. You can sleep in, it's only gonna take about 30 minutes, and you'll get roughly the same experience at the end of the day. Now, I did check, and they will not give you a free t-shirt at the end of that, and that could be a deal breaker for some of you. All right, guys, that's my time. I appreciate it. Thank you.